and welcome back to another video. I know everyone says this in their videos, but like this year really is just zooming by and it's so strange. I'm quite liking it because it's almost summer and I've been struggling to get through this cold winter. Let's just get straight into it. I have my Moxie Java. I am quite ready and quite excited. First, you can't see my head. First and foremost, we are rolling up this TBR cart because it is time to pick our mystery book of the month. I don't think I've had a successful mystery book this year so far. I'm probably wrong about that, but they've just not been good. Like the ones I'm picking, they're just not great. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 books left for our mystery books. So we're going to generate a random number. Here we go. Focus. Number 7. I'm not sure what this is. It is a blue one. Let's just open this bad boy up. I will keep my eyes shut. I don't know if that's the cover. I totally forgot about this book. Wow. I am actually excited. Oh, I just realized I haven't cleared my old TBR. I did not finish my May TBR. By the way, it has been a chaotic reading month. Basically the last half of May, I've just been mood reading and I'm ready to get some structure and order back in my life. So yes, anyways, They're Watching You by Chelsea Icasso? I don't know. Anyways, this one, I'm pretty sure it's like secret society, elites out of school kind of thing. And I don't know, it's just like a YA thriller and I'm actually very excited for this one. There was lots of mystery books that I was hoping not to get and this was not one of them. I'm very excited about this. It is now time to choose my 10 prompts. I do want to say there is one book that I am carrying over from my May TBR into June, and that is Redeeming 6, which is book number 4 in the Boys of Tommen. And this is her. She's just really long and I did not get a chance to read this book, so we're just going to place it back on the TBR cart. And I'm 95% sure that I'm going to read it. I don't want to say 100% sure because you never know. Okay, I feel like this video has been kind of chaotic already. So let's just get into it already. I'm hoping to pick some that I've never picked before. So let's see. Number 1, we have a 5-star prediction. Number 2, a book from an author you love. I pretty much get this one every single time. Okay, number 3 is a cover pick. Number 4 is a romance. Number 5 is free pick. Number 6 is, nice, under 300 pages. Number 7 is Set in Another World. I've gotten this one a few times too. Number 8, hello, a book you forgot you own. Number 9, a standalone. And number 10 is most recent book purchase. Yes, I'm so glad I got this because I literally just bought a book today that I want to read so bad. So let me go find some books for these prompts and I will let you know what I pick. Elijah's coming home from work early, yeah! But that means I gotta quickly do this because it's embarrassing to film when he's home. We are starting some series. We are continuing some series. We're reading a ton of standalones. This month, I feel it in my bones. It's going to be wonderful and fulfilling and just lovely overall. First off, we have a cover pick. And for that, I am starting a series, a daunting series. And that is Magnolia Parks by Chessa Hastings. So this is what the cover looks like. I hope it's focusing. There's a lot going on. But for some reason, these covers are like my favorite covers ever. I just love them so much. If you don't know what Magnolia Parks is about, It's like rich people drama. It's a toxic relationship that you are just following. You're seeing them do horrible things to each other. People always say it's like Gossip Girl, but set in London. So we'll see if I like this. I own pretty much the entire series, so I better like it. And then we have another book that I'm kind of nervous for, just because it's so hyped up right now. So for this one, I am choosing as my free pick, and that is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I've never read an Abby Jimenez book. Everyone says you should read Part of Your World and Yours Truly before you read this, but I honestly don't care enough to do that. But if you want to read this, maybe keep that in mind, because people say it's like a better experience. It makes it more emotional because you're like seeing like maybe some people from the former books, but I don't really care. So I'm just gonna go into this. It's a romance, actually. I have a few romance books on this TBR, which is kind of strange because I don't really read them all that much, but I'm in the mood. Pretty sure what happens with this one is that it starts with this guy who posts on Reddit, and he's like, I have this curse where every time I date someone and we break up, they like end up immediately finding their soulmate after. And then this girl reads it. She's like, oh my gosh, the exact same thing happens to me. And so they make this deal like, what if we date for a while and then we break up and our curses are broken and we end up finding who we're supposed to be with? And so it's a romance. Obviously they're gonna get together in the end, but it just sounds really good. People say this is just actually like her best work, and I'm so excited for it. It has a cute puppy on there, so I'm happy about that. Just that cover, isn't that a beautiful cover? It just makes me want to be in the mountains. All right, we have another romance, and this says a romance. And for that, I'm going with Beach Read. You can see a little theme here. We're feeling summery and warm and water. That's what I'm going for. So last month I read Happy Place, and I feel like I'm just gonna keep going on my Emily Henry journey. So this will be my third book that I've read by her. Beach Read, I have actually tried to read before and I DNF'd it, but I feel like it's been a year. I'm a new person. I'm pretty sure that they are like staying for the summer at beach houses that are like neighbors to each other or something, and maybe they're going through I think they're both having readers or writer's block, and they ended up trying to write the other person's genre. Did I say they're both writers? Because they're both writers and they know each other from work. Yeah, sorry if that was a really terrible explanation, but I think I am going to like this quite a bit more than the first time I tried to read it, because I've read more romance and I think Emily Henry could be for me. We are then going to be starting another incredibly long series. It's not even really a long series. It's just like the world is long and you have to read a lot of series. It's like tons of books. This is a 5-star prediction, and that is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. Genuinely, I have no idea what this series is about. But it says, the mists rule the night, the Lord Ruler owns the world. Once a hero arose to save the world, he failed. Ever since, the world has been a wasteland of ash and mist, and controlled by the immortal emperor known as the Lord Ruler. But hope survives. A new uprising is forming, one built around the ultimate caper, the cunning of a brilliant criminal mastermind, and the determination of an unlikely heroine, a street urchin who must learn to master the power of a Mistborn. I believe there's multiple eras of Mistborn. This is just, if you look up like, where should I start in the Brandon Sanderson universe, it most likely is going to tell you to start with the first era of Mistborn. This book is also called Mistborn: The Final Empire, but in this edition it's just called Mistborn. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm just scared, and it's so daunting that I'm nervous to start. It took me like a year to buy this once I started getting intrigued by it, because I've just been so scared. But then I just bit the bullet and I bought it, and now we have it, and here's the cover if you want to see. yeah, I really like these editions. Next, we have a book from an author you love, and that author is Holly Black, and we are going to be continuing the Modern Fairy Tale series by her. This is book number 2 called Valiant. Book number 1 is Tithe, and this basically just follows a girl who moved from like California or something back to her home in New Jersey, and she's found herself in this fairy world. You learn some crazy things about her, and yeah, I like it a lot. I really do. And so these are really short, and I love Holly Black, and I'm excited for this. We have a lot of fantasy on here as well. This is just like a romance slash fantasy TBR pretty much. Okay, next we have Set in Another World, and I'm just assuming this book is set in another world because it's a fantasy. And that is Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. Look at that, she's beautiful. I believe this book is about this guy who is the sword catcher for the prince, which means he basically is like his stand-in in dangerous situations or something like that. And basically his job is to eventually like die for the prince. And so I think you're following different point of views. I think you also get the prince's point of view. It has just been intriguing me so much ever since I bought it, but I've been scared to pick it up because it's so long. Let's see how long it is exactly. It looks like it's 604 pages, which is honestly not that bad. I have been reading like Throne of Glass and ACOTAR this last month, and those are long. I'm very, very excited for this one. I think it has a really cool, oh my gosh! I always forget that there's like artwork in here. Like there's a whole girl and like, oh, I just ripped it out. Okay, let's just stop messing with that. Anyways, it has like this cool map in there, and it's like on the hardback, which is really cool. Next, we have a book under 300 pages. I'm very happy for that one. And for this, I am choosing Your Utopia by Bora Chung. Sorry, I totally forgot what it was called. This is a short story collection, and I believe it is like sci-fi based, but I think there's a more like emotional, deep type of elements. I don't know. At the beginning of this year, I just like looked up what books are coming out this year, and this was on that list, and I was like, okay, that really intrigues me. And so I saw it at Barnes & Noble the day it came out, and I was like, I'm going to buy it, and I bought it. Next, we have a book you forgot you own, and for that one, we are going with Gods of Jade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno Garcia. Here's what the cover looks like. I believe this one is like Mexican folklore kind of stuff. I'm just gonna read like this blurb from someone on the back. It says, a dazzling fairy tale, a whirlwind tour of 1920s Mexico, vivid with jazz, the memories of revolution, and gods, demons, and magic. And if that doesn't sound perfect, I don't know what does. We have 2 books left. We have a standalone, and I did look this up and made sure it was a standalone, but we have Dragon Fruit. This is by Maquia Lucier, and I'll show you the cover. I got this one in Book of the Month a couple months ago, and I believe it was in the YA fantasy section. And can I just say, the font in this is beautiful. It is huge. It says, in the old tales, it is written that the egg of a sea dragon, dragon fruit, holds within it the power to undo a person's greatest sorrow. But as with all things that offer hope when hope has gone, the tale comes with a warning. Every wish demands a price. And I believe this one is like Hawaiian folklore. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I am very intrigued by this. It just sounds so cute and good, and like it's gonna be a whimsical fun time. And the very last book we have on this TBR is your most recent book purchase. And for that, the book I bought today is I'm Afraid You've Got Dragons. This is by Peter S. Beagle. Here is the cover. I love it. I was immediately drawn to this. This is the same author who wrote The Last Unicorn, which I have not read, but I've heard it is a very good series. This one, let's just read it. It says, dragons are common in the backwater kingdom of, why are fantasy names so hard? Bellamontaine? I think that might be it. Coming in sizes from mouse-like vermin all the way up to the fabled kings, which haven't been seen in an age. Gaius Aurelius Constantine Heliogabalus Thrax. Woo, that's a long name. Gaius Aurelius Constantine Heliogabalus Thrax, who would much rather people call him Robert, has recently inherited his deceased father's job as a dragon exterminator, a career he detests with all his heart. Things turn from bad to worse when Robert is hired by the royal family to disinfect, that's not the word, disinfest the entire castle, as Princess Cerise is determined to receive Crown Prince Reginald with the shabby chateau looking its best. What happens next is not the fairy tale you may be expecting. And the end pages are so cool. It's literally just dragons. Yeah, I was just obviously intrigued by the cover and by the name of the book. I feel like this could be like a cozy fantasy, but with dragons. And I'm not really a cozy fantasy type of person, but if it has dragons, I will read it. So this down here is my entire June TBR. I'm so excited for it. It is actually today, only May 22nd, so I have a while until I'm gonna start reading these books, but that's okay because right now I'm doing a reread of ACOTAR and I'm about to finish A Court of Wings and Ruin today. Anyways, that's beside the point. I'm just excited to get into all these books. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm probably gonna make some vlogs for a few of them. Thank you so much for watching. I love TBR videos. They are just like my favorite to film. And I hope you enjoyed as well. So I will just see you in my next video. Goodbye.